Monday 31st week in Ordinary Time, 2025. St. Martin, Delaware, Press. Our Daily Bread with Father Peter Morba, SDB. First reading, Romans 11 verse 29 to 36. Gospel reading, Luke 14 verse 12 to 14. Theme, do not leave the poor behind. God usually identifies with the poor, the weak, and the oppressed. He often calls on the rich or those who have in the society to take care of the poor, the orphans and widows. The book of Proverbs says, whoever oppresses the poor shows contempt for their maker, but whoever is kind to the needy honors God. Proverbs 14 verse 31. It is easy to love those who will love us in return, or to give gifts to those who are capable of giving us gifts in return. But the question is, how do we treat those who are not equal to us or those who cannot reciprocate our generosity? In today's Gospel, Jesus challenged what he saw as unjust treatment or indifferent attitude towards the poor. He saw how the Pharisee had invited only the rich, family members and friends for his feast. Therefore, he told the Pharisee not to invite only his friends or brothers or kinsmen or the rich neighbors, who will invite him in return. Instead, he should invite the poor, the maimed, the lame, the blind, because they cannot repay him. Sometimes we do not care about the poor people in our communities. We neglect the weak and the oppressed. Some of us make friends only with the rich simply because they will give us gifts. We ignore the poor and treat them as nothing because they have nothing valuable to contribute to our lives. The poor members of our society represent Christ. God sent his Son to save us not as someone from a rich and influential family, but he chose the simple family of Joseph and Mary, and was born in Bethlehem, the smallest place of Judah. Micah 5 verse 2. Jesus teaches us that if we care for the poor, that we are caring for him, and that on the last day we shall be judged on how we loved and treated the poor people in our midst. Compare to Matthew 25 verses 35 to 40. St. Martin, Delaware, Press, whose feast we celebrate today, lived his life for the poor. He spent his life loving and caring for the poorest of the society. He turned himself a beggar by begging from the rich in order to feed the poor who were hungry. We too are called as Christians to care for the poor members of our community. We should use our gifts and talents to help those who cannot help us in return. And by so doing, we are building ourselves treasures in heaven. St. Martin, Delaware, Press, pray for us. God bless you. Happy New Week to you.